everybody, Tom Barnes, stories from the 78, from all the way out in the Highlands in Scotland to Madison Avenue in Forest Park. I have the band Elephant Sessions. If you haven't heard of them yet, you will, I promise you. So fresh off a O'Hare interaction, welcome to America, Alasdair, and the Elephant Sessions band. How are you, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Welcome to Chicago. I already heard that you already had an encounter with lost luggage at O'Hare, so you're getting the full experience.
The full works, the full works. But we got everything now, and on the road now towards the venue. So it's all good.
Yeah. So was the lost luggage the instruments? Because that's kind of a big deal if that's the stuff that was lost.
It was a bass guitar. So we've had a couple shows where we've been kind of arriving and trying to borrow or hire, and it's nice to actually have all our stuff again.
Oh, well, I'm glad that they finally found it for you guys. That's wonderful. Uh, so you guys are playing a show tonight in Forest Park. And
Yep.
Forgive me if I'm wrong here, but is this the first time you guys have been touring in the States?
Yes. So we've been over and done kind of the odd festival, showcase things like South by Southwest. But this is the first like proper tour where we're going around for a couple of weeks doing venues and things. So yeah, it's great to be here. It's been a long time coming, so nice to get out.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have been making your names out in the UK, hailing from Scotland, the Highlands in Scotland. You won a
Yeah.
couple of awards. I mean, you got some, Album of the Year awards. Rolling Stone loves you guys. They have a nice write-up about you guys. For those who don't know your style of music, what would you describe it as? Because it's a little bit, it's definitely a modern sound with an old twist. So it's a very cool fusion, I should say.
Yeah, I mean that's probably a good way of putting it. Fusion's a good word, but the modern meets the old. I mean, we grew up playing and listening to traditional music from where we're from, the Highlands of Scotland, and then as we all got older, started listening to different genres, funk, rock, electronic, dance, etc. And I guess as you said, wanted to fuse both sides of those interests together into something that was inherently fun and danceable and a good kind of party sound. So it's sort of folk fusion, I guess.
And you guys been together since about 2017?
Yep. Sorry, that's true. Yes.
Don't worry about
12, it. I think it's about 12 years now, actually.
Yeah.
That we've been going, and it doesn't feel that long, which I think is a good sign.
That is a good sign. And you've been touring around the UK. How long have you been in the States?
We arrived on Saturday. On Saturday. So went over and played a festival in Iowa. And then last night we were in Minneapolis. And tonight, Forest Park. So yeah. Dotting about a wee bit, which is nice. Been places.
Yeah. So what I would love to hear an impression of somebody from Scotland's impressions of Iowa.
Look, we had fun. We enjoyed ourselves. It was, I think the biggest thing for us is how just you get on the road and then it says like in 105 miles turn right. For us, that is very unusual. That's not what it's like in Scotland. So that's the biggest impression, I think.
Well, that, and I imagine just driving 105 miles and seeing nothing but cornfields for the most part, right?
Do you know what? Someone said to me as I was getting off the flight, he saw me pick my mandolin up and he said, are you band? Are you touring? Where are you going? I said, first stop's Iowa. And he said, I hope you like corn. And I didn't know what he meant at first, but yeah, there's a hell of a lot of corn, isn't there?
It sure is. So you went to Iowa and then you were up in Minnesota, in Minneapolis?
Minneapolis last night, yeah.
Yeah, the home
fun.
of Prince. Yeah, Prince and the
Yeah.
Replacements and a few other bands that have made their home up that way.
Yeah, it was a cool place. I liked it.
Now you're in Chicago, landed at O'Hare, and now you're going to drive pretty much through the heart of downtown Chicago. So you'll experience all the fun things about the big city, including its traffic You'll probably see the subway fly by on the on your left hand side going on to the Kennedy there. What are you looking forward to most though about really experiencing like a city like Chicago here in the middle of the United States?
I've heard the pizza's good, and I've heard that there's a good music scene, so we're excited about that. We're hopefully have a good gig tonight and enjoy some dinner.
Yeah, I mean, the pizza is great. The misconception with a lot of folks is that they think that lots of people in Chicago love deep dish, which I would say is more like maybe half and half. You know, a lot of people like the tavern style pizza. So if you find a
Okay.
place that serves tavern style pizza, it's thin, it's real thin,
Hmm.
but that's where they used to make it back in the bars back in the day to keep the guys in the bars. They feed them pizza because it would make them thirsty and they drink the beer.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And you got to get yourself a hot dog. Do you like hot dogs?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Do that
definitely
as
get
well
your
then.
do a Chicago style hot dog for sure. I definitely would recommend that. If you run by a place called Garrett Popcorn, get yourself some of that. You
Okay.
might see a shop here and there, but you'll have no amount of limitations on food. I promise you that. And you're going to be right by Oak Park and Forest Park are kind of neighboring suburbs right on the border of Chicago where there's tons
Hmm.
to do and you can hop on the train, get down to the city and all that stuff. But you guys hit the show
Okay.
tonight. What time are you getting on stage tonight?
I believe we're on at 8 p.m.
8 p.m. And for people who want to follow you guys and all that good stuff, what's the best way for them to do that?
So we're Elephant Sessions. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all these kind of things. And also, I will just say we've got a brand new single coming out this Friday. So new music for the first time in a while. So it's a track called Reverie coming out this Friday.
Awesome. I appreciate you taking time to talk to me, Alistair, and have a great time tonight. You're going to enjoy
Thank
the
you.
crowds here in Chicago. We do love our live music. Lollapalooza was last weekend. They're setting that down, but
Yeah,
there's always room for more music in the city, and that's why we love it. So, welcome to Chicago,
perfect.
and thanks for
Thank you.
stopping by and playing some live music.
No, thank you. It's great to be here, and yeah, thanks for having us on.
Absolutely.